So here we are again, folks. This is going to be our second match in this week's Friday Night 9 Ball, and believe it or not, it's still a second round match. Albinario was waiting on the winner of the Shibo peg leg match, and Shibo's just won it 7-5, and he's also just won the lag as well. Now in this match, Shibo, who's from Serbia, is getting a 7 ball against Albinario, who is from Sweden, who's a multiple world champion, or multiple virtual world champion in the world of virtual pool, I should say. And that wasn't the best of shots by Albinario. He's got no real shot in the 2 ball. Asking a lot to try and play some sort of far-fetched combo into the 6, so he's maybe just looking to bank this down into the corner, top left-hand corner as we look. Well, he's tried to play it safe, and that's going to bounce. Well, that's a thin cut in the 2. Shibo is going to have to slow his game down a bit and just take his time a bit more, because he's not going to get too many chances against Albinario, and when he does get them, he's going to have to take his time and focus. Oh, that's another poor shot by Albinario. Stunned into the 4 ball, kissed off it and scratched, and this is again a good opportunity for Shibo. Well, again he played the silly shot. He went for the combo in the 7, which was tight in the rail, and I mean, that's the one thing you're displaying to your opponent, is your lack of confidence in being able to run the balls. And I mean, every ball there was in the open, so there was no reason not to think he could run the table. And to win matches, you've got to take the bull by the horns sometimes when you get those sort of opportunities, and you might find he won't get another chance in a rack now. He's had one shot there, ball in hand, could easily have been playing these balls himself. Well, Albinario's going to be queuing over the 9. And so the problem ball is getting from the 6 down to the 7. Now he can either try a long draw here or force it through. And he's played that okay, and he can actually just draw in behind the 8 ball for the 8 in the same pocket. And this is a crucial one, all about pace. That might be running a wee bit too much. Well, he's finished up fairly square. He should still get it, but like I said, Shibo had his chance, blew it, and never got another shot. So Albinario takes the first rack, and something went into that top right hand corner. I didn't quite catch what one it was. What was it? 4 ball? 4 balls gone, and he's got a tough shot in the 1. Cue ball will be coming back across to the right middle pocket though for the 2 ball. Well, he's overcut it, and I think he's got away with it. I think that 6 ball's offering pretty good cover for the 1. Well, if you're going to kick, sometimes the best thing's to kick hard. He played that far too soft. But Albinario still got his problems here, because potting the 1 isn't the issue, it's getting a shot on the 2. And he needs to get back over to the right somehow. He's played it soft. He's going to leave it at distance, but he's got a shot on it. And now, again, a slight problem just controlling the cue ball for the 6. Got a little soft draw again, and he's played that well. Now, does that 7 ball go past the 8? Well, in actual fact it does, but it's very tight, and it's going to have to be pocket weight, because it's going to end up hitting the jaw first, so he might try and... No, I thought he was going to try and get right down the table there, so this is the awkward one. Any touching that 8 ball there and it's not going to go in. And he's just tried to cheat the pocket there, and he's played it well. That was a perfect weight. And so Albinario, being clinical so far from what we've seen, although he's made a couple of errors in that first rack, and Shibo never took his chance when he had the opportunity, and he finds himself 2 racks to 0 down. Oh, and that's a messy table at the top end. We've got the 7, the 3 and the 5 all lined up in a row there, sitting very awkward. And not a very successful safety, but I don't think Shibo should be too worried at the moment, because it's a real tough ask to actually try and run this rack. And Albinario concentrating, getting the cue ball over for the 2, and he's spun the cue ball away from the 1 there, which sent the 1 offline. And Shibo tried to use the 4 ball as a stopper and get the cue ball up behind those balls up at the top end, but it's worked out, because he's got managed to get a wee bit of luck there. 2 ball line behind the 4. Now, has he got an angle to try and draw into these balls? Again, he's just rushing, and he's not going to get much out of this match if he keeps playing shots like that. And now Albinario somehow just needs to get down onto this 5. He's got a nice straight 4, and he can do a little soft draw. And the 7, I think, goes past the 8 ball. Well, it does, yep. And he's overhit that slightly, and this could be a bit of a problem. And that's why he missed the 7. Just overhit it, and finally Shibo's going to get on the board. Just needs to sink the 7. I don't know why he's looking around the table. In goes the 7, and it's now Albinario leading by 2 racks to 1. Now Shibo sunk the 9 on the break, but that's going to get respotted. And that's finished in trouble. I think he's... oh, maybe he can just get to that without being interfered too much with the 8. And he's got that sitting nice. Now, anywhere on the right hand side, he could even just run through for the 7 into the middle. Maybe he's overhit that slightly, so he's got it long into the corner here. So this should be 2 racks all, and so it goes. And this is how quickly matches can change with the money ball handicapping. And the 1 ball stuck next to the 9, just like the last rack. But no ball in the break this time for Shibo. And no real shot here for Albinario, because that 2 ball doesn't have a pocket other than down here in the bottom left, and that's not an easy shot. But he certainly would have a shot on the 3 next if he got it. And in it goes. Was never missing. A very good shot. And now just get the cue ball off the side rail on the left and back out into the middle of the table for the 4 into the left hand corner. And then the problem is controlling the cue ball to get up for the 5. And he looks to have a good angle on this 4 to do that. He can just go top and around the corner if he wants, or top and straight up the table past the 9. Well, he's kissed into the 7. He's still got the cut in the 5 though. But he's actually done Shibo a favour there, knocking that 7 out into the table. And that's good pace on the cue ball. It's going to come up to the middle pocket and finish nicely on the 6. And again, if he can just roll this 6 in, or if he forces it through, he can bring the cue ball around for the 7. And that's sitting pretty. And he's got it perfect on the 9, so Albinario stops the run of racks there for Shibo, and he goes back into a 3 racks to 2 lead with the break. In goes the 4 ball bottom left, in goes the 9 top left. 9 of course gets respotted. And the one good thing here for Albinario is the fact that the sort of safety backup is the fact the 7 ball is tied up in there behind the 9. Behind the 8 ball, sorry. So whoever's going to win this rack's going to have to work to make something happen down at this bottom right hand corner. And now Albinario going to draw off that side rail and back out into the table. If he does it too hard, he might be danger of going in off here. Well, he managed to straighten up the draw, and that's looking okay. And now Albinario got the shot on the 6, but how's he going to play this 7? Is he going to just leave the cue ball on the right there and try and bank the 7? Well, that's not sitting right. I don't think whether you can see the full face of that 7 ball. I don't think you can. Let's have a look. How does that look from his end? No, I don't think you can do that. It looks very, very tight. Now, was that a foul? Yes, I thought so. He was convinced he could actually see enough of that 7 ball to try the bank, and it was never on. And that was a bad misjudgment there from Albinario. And Shibo just sunk the 7 to win the rack, and there's a couple of balls in the break. Now, how's he's locking this 1 ball? Well, I don't think he's got a shot on it, has he? No. Now, is he going to play a push, or is he going to try and kick it? Oh no, you could see the edge. Well, this isn't easy. Now, knowing Albinario, he's going to try and roll this 1 in, bottom right. Cue ball over to the left here. It's going to be very near this bottom corner. Well, he's missed the 1, and he's left it. And Shibo is really going to have to work the cue ball here. Now, this is in danger of going crossing in off the middle, and he's managed to avoid that. And now he's got no shot other than a thin safety, maybe. Well, I think Albinario can see that 3 ball to pot it. Yeah, that was a poor safety shot. And so Albinario just going through the motions here. Now again, he's got 2 choices. He can draw with bottom left hand English, bottom right, sorry, and kick the cue ball up the table. Well, he's just tried the straight draw, and that's probably the best shot he could have played there. Just left a straight 9 ball. So Albinario back into the lead by 4 racks to 3. And breaks off in rack number 8. In goes the 6 ball, top right. In goes the 5 ball, top right. And once again though, just getting no luck on this 1 ball. He's trying to tuck up behind the 3 and the 8. And that looks okay, but no doubt Shibo will dig out the jump stick. Well, that's probably finished as best as it could, because Albinario's got no shot in the 1, but I think Shibo will find himself tucked in behind the 9 here in a second or 2, and he's got far too much spin on it and it's spun into the jaw. Well, that's 1 that got away. And And Shibo just trying to keep as much distance between the 1 and the 9 here as he can. The 1 and the cue ball. But to no avail, Albinario cuts it in, and what's more, he's kissed that 2 ball. Oh well, things might have changed here. He's kissed the 2 ball and set it up as a dead combo in the 9. However, he's hooked himself on it, and now he's more than likely going to try a jump combo here at distance, and I don't think there'll be enough pace in the cue ball to get there. Oh well, that was a brilliant shot. I never expected him to do that. I think, did he play that with his normal cue? That flew in. So it's now 5 racks to 3. I'll need to see that again in the video, because that was an excellent shot. So Albinario breaks off rack number 9, but no joy, no shot in the break. And Shibo, no joy either on the 1 ball. And both of these players, one thing I'll say in their favour is the fact that although they've played virtual pool for a good number of years, they really don't get to play the game very much at all now. They maybe get into the VP4 lobby maybe once, maybe a couple of times a week if they're lucky, but in all honesty, they don't play the game anywhere near as much as they used to. And that's just like us all, you know, you're working different hours, you get many more commitments than actually being able to play the game. And if they don't get the table practice, just like in real life, then things don't always fall into place. But nevertheless, Albinario's still at the table, and he's looking very likely to run this rack out. And just well, he can do either or. He can run through round the corner like that, and a simple 9, and that'll take him to the hill. And Albinario goes into a 6 racks to 3 lead. Now again, something's flown in to the top right, but the cue ball's gone into the bottom right here. So it's ball in hand to Shibo, and this isn't pretty, because he's gone and hooked himself in the 2, and that wasn't a great shot. He knows that, and now he's just got a big ambitious kick shot here, and it's really hoping for a bit of luck. Well, is Albinario going to try the bank? Because he'll certainly be on the 3 ball if he does. But he's thought wiser than that. Why try and take risks when you're sitting with just 1 rack to go? Just tuck your opponent right up behind the 6. And no joy in the kick shot. Ball in hand to Albinario. And Shibo might have played his last shot in this match. I don't see any problems here for Albinario. He's more than capable of taking care of this. Although, having said that, he's gone dead straight in the 3 ball, and it's all about pace. Getting back for this 4. and I would say that's pretty nigh perfect on the 4. It doesn't take you long just to get your feel of the run of the table again. Now you could just leave the 6 into the left middle as we look, but he's decided to stun and take the 6 into the same pocket as the 5 ball, and a little roll through in the 7 with a nice angle to bring the cue ball either forward and off the end rail and out like that, or he could have went back and out, but as it is, Albinario wins the match by 7 racks to 3, and Shibo is off to the 1-loss side to see if he can continue in the tournament, and Albinario marches on.